So
I know we shouldn't. But what you guys were just talking about, I don't know. I just felt so triggered about it.
What?
Sorry. The clip. Hey,
hey,
the clip that
uh-huh.
that was played
Uh-huh.
about the going out for dinner and all this other stuff and paying for
It,
dinner.
it should trigger you.
I was triggered by it because
I was too.
initially, I think a different clip, and I didn't get a chance. I was going to give Carmen a call last week to talk about it, but the week just got so crazy, and I was just like, you see stuff like that, and you hear stuff like that. I know we're gonna go back and talk about Marvel, but it was just like, if I had 15 more minutes, if I was able to watch, if I was able to join, wait, Cynthia says, I think every man was triggered by it. Yeah.
You saw my face. Y'all saw my face. I wasn't even playing with it.
I mean,
well, she said that to me first, and I'm texting. I said, "Why you send me? You got my blood pressure all up now."
Yeah, it's
me mad. You the man? What?
So here's the deal, and maybe it's different. When you go out and you celebrate a family member, is that totally a different situation because it's family, and if you're the matriarch or patriarch that you cover the bill, is something like that? Is that a totally? I want to make sure I'm not talking apples and oranges. I just felt like the Brian's here, the young lady with the red tam, who was leading the charge of, you're the man, you're the man, you're the man. You're gonna tell me you're gonna make, and I'm like, what the hell is this?
It happens.
But this is the problems that we have now.
Yes, it happens.
I mean, what the heck? Come on.
Yeah.
Stop that. I don't want to go too deep into it. It's just, you sit here and unfortunately you open up YouTube and all you hear, wait.
We pre-read the comments as they come.
You open up your YouTube and all you see is men and women disagreeing about everything.
Yeah.
Red pill this, blue pill this, whatever the case. This one's a simp, this one's a gold digger, and all this other stuff. And I'm like, jeez. And then you see a video like that, and you're like, really?
You will go back to one of your old broadcasts.
Okay.
And a couple of you will. I have said on more than one occasion,
hey, Rick,
stop advertising negativity in broken homes. That's the society you're in right now. Start a home, break it up, go live with somebody else, and finish what you started somewhere else.
Random Rick, what's going on?
Negativity, pushing the buttons, trials. Random Rick, what's good? All of that mess is what's wrong with
society. It's guys' night out, Random Rick.
Random Rick. He got to get up here one time, too. He needs to get up here. Random Rick, get your butt up here. This will work good. Yeah.
I guess I got to finish watching the replay because I said a question and then I got, something needed my attention. So I'm, missing out on everything. So I left off with the question of, the emotional.
Random Rick, thank you for smashing that like button.
In relationships.
Yeah, we ran through it. You was good. We ran through it.
Yeah, no, we were, and this isn't, solely going there. We're gonna talk Marvel, but I don't know. Like you said, I mean, in the comments that was said, you just feel triggered by you looking at the video, what is on your mind? And
So how did this come about?
You didn't see the video?
No, he didn't see it.
I didn't see the video. I saw the first video.
Okay, yeah, that was okay. The second one was triggering.
No, I don't even have it. I don't even want to give them any more oxygen because it's just going to piss me off. When stuff like
this. Plus, the thing is too. I think so. You just put this whole video for the whole world to see, for this girl to continue the embarrassment.
Which is
okay. So there's that. So the question. So here's the question that I asked. I said, here's what I said to Carmen. I said, I wonder if they got any additional clicks or subscriptions for their podcast.
Yep. It might have been
because
but you know what?
It seems like every day something is staged.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Here's the video. So you want to get me charged up.
Okay. Before I had to leave and go do something, I asked a question of like, what is the reason that? What do you think is the reason that in relationships, like the emotional and mental stimulation is declining? Why do relationships get boring all of a sudden?
Demands and expectations.
Well, it's on you to spice things up. You and your significant other. It's like, I don't know, maybe she wears a bright red wig or something like that. I don't know. Maybe you come in with a mask on, a wrestling mask. I don't know.
The man said,
Lucha Libre.
Hobbies don't do it anymore. Like learn a hobby or pick a hobby or.
Carmen said, "What is Ted talking about?"
It's called role playing.
Man said,
Cynthia knows. Cynthia,
come on, you did something. I mean, after I don't know. Where's the video? Where is the video?
You want the link?
It's boredom, man.
Huh?
I said some people just they just bored and they lose out on relationships. That's what it is.
Because like Kenny had walked in and wanted to show me something, and then like he.
Oh, you sent the link. Okay.
He heard he saw the question that I wrote and everything, and he just goes, he's like, people just gotta learn a hobby. He said people gotta learn a hobby, but like with his ex-wife, it was just that instead of like trying to find something interesting for her to catch her attention, and mainly she channeled everything to him to be the source of entertainment.
Yeah, I tell you that. So certain people would just in certain relationships, people would dance around it and try to throw these random excuses out. It's just boredom.
And I've always said relationships are work.
Yeah.
You don't just get married. It's like, oh, hey, we're done now. I don't have to do nothing. No, it's always work till the day you die.
Yeah. People be like, yo, they just bored. They got bored in it. And he's just like, what?
Yeah. And then
say they're bored. And I'm like, you know why you're bored? Because you're boring. Find something to do.
Yeah. It's crazy
to do in this world.
But then if I come up with an idea, then it's like, nah, I'm not feeling
it. It's crazy.
Like,
well, then at least you say you can say you tried at least.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. Hang on one sec. I think I'm almost.
So the video.
Cynthia said, Tony, you look like you want to scream something out.
Word.
I'm not saying that. I said what I wanted to say earlier, and it did piss me off. That was my reserve comment.
It did or it didn't?
It did. It pissed me. It's trifling to me.
Why do we got to do this?
We don't. You brought it up.
Oh, this video. Yeah. Yeah, I seen this video. I think it was this week. No, last week.
Wait.
Look, separate.
Yeah. I'm sorry, you're the only man at this table. Why
that's her right there.
Yeah.
No, but I'm not responsible for paying everybody. I got the birthday girl.
You invited everybody. You invited all of us.
I didn't invite you.
I didn't invite you.
Ernestine invited you. Okay, I'm responsible for who I brought.
Okay, you're the only man at the table. I'm sorry, hold on. We was all doing Russian roulette, paying for credit cards and all that. Now all of a sudden you want to split check? We're doing split checks now?
That was 2021.
I got caught in a situation like this.
Oh, that's some bullshit.
She's applying pressure, the one in the red.
Yeah, I got caught in a situation like this a while back.
Hold on, this is my birthday for real. Okay, well,
yeah.
Hold on.
No.
But you
it's
still
Donnie's birthday.
Yo.
We're not doing this.
But you
but
came
you
though.
sat at the table. You don't pay for a seat. Okay, well, yes. No.
Look at that.
See, that's the logical.
Everything on this
I don't care how y'all do it.
Look.
I just showed up. Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you see, I didn't have anything. You see, that's the problem.
His wife should be regulating.
Yeah.
I'm not obligated. I got my whole family.
It's $700.
Yup.
She walking off.
You right.
This is your podcast co-host. This is your
Only
best friend.
$700.
It's only Shan. You being cheap. Are you kidding me right now? Honestly being cheap right now.
Then she want to put him on
first,
dancing. That's your podcast co-host.
I just took you out.
Are you being
Uh-oh.
Are you gonna let him sit here with a whole table full of women?
See, stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Why she gonna sit back and try to call her out? She called her out. You gonna sit there and let him do this with a bunch of women? She should have said, "Bitch, that's my husband." That's what the fuck she should have said.
Smoke,
because
what's going on?
if we don't do something like that for our women, they call us out.
Yeah.
Y'all
I mean,
little
come
trifling chicken head ass women up in here expecting somebody to do everything for y'all when y'all want to be just as damn independent is what the damn problem is. You all fine. You can afford your nails. You can afford your hair. You can afford your shoes. You can afford to get your feet done. You can afford to get everything fixed up, but you can't afford to pay for dinner.
Yeah,
Get him, Tony.
I told y'all I gave y'all the reserved answer, Carmen. I keep telling you I behave on your show. But chicken heads like that get on my damn nerves. You want to know what the problem is with relationships? That shit. Demands and expectations. You want your independence, but you don't want to damn spend it. We got to spend every damn thing, and then y'all want to call us cheap. That's why we be cussing y'all out some damn times. Sorry. I ain't even had my liquor yet. Go ahead, man.
Okay.
It's spot on, though.
Only thing I'm gonna say about this is the gentleman, his wife, should have regulated.
I'm sorry.
She should have regulated.
Y'all weren't supposed to say that. I'm sorry. No, they chicken heads, Leslie. Damn that. That shit was they just got all that stuff done that morning before they went out and did that night. That's why they mad. They look good.
That's
you know,
it's
I'm calling
funny.
them out. At my age and as single as I've been for a long time, I know what I'm seeing. They got all that stuff done for that night. They ain't look that good all week.
Now, we're not saying all women, for clarification.
Not all of them.
Not all women.
But your missus is gonna have her close friends. She gonna have her close friends, and she gonna have those chicks that she's not trying to really deal with.
I'm on their ass.
But they there, and she just gonna be nice with them.
Women made a song
or at least
They Don't Want No Scrubs. If we sit in the passenger seat, they made a whole song about us.
Yeah.
but also, chicken heads. Too. Sorry, y'all. Y'all are different. I'm telling you, there's women out there like that.
But also too, like a heads up.
Yeah, stuff like that.
If it's gonna be racked up or like, oh, so's coming, then be like, for a guy, I would divert to a different restaurant.
I'm looking like this. I'm like, yo.
I mean,
you here? You got your two homegirls. I know them. They cool. I don't know the rest of these chicks.
For the ones I know.
That's how you handle it. Straight up.
For the ones I would know, I would not have a problem. For the ones I don't know, be like, nah, you're on your own.
That's it. That's how you do it. I've been in that situation before.
Hair fake, and you can't afford no damn bill. Stop being fake. Pay your bill.
I say, yo, you on your own.
I don't know if this is a movie quote, but I
keep
hearing this.
I ain't even had nothing to eat. What you come for?
I keep hearing this in my head.
Rick, you got the floor.
I keep hearing in my head. What we have here is a failure of communication.
That's off this. Yeah, that's off of that
nice.
Living Color song.
All right, so I guess it goes without saying. Just that. I mean, I'm glad I'm not the only one that was triggered. I'll just leave it at that.
I don't know any man that wouldn't be triggered.
Yeah.
I
mean, call me out in front of my wife, put me on blast, talk about my job, and they said it to me. You gonna let him do that? What?
Yeah.
We let your ass come over there.
Call him cheap.
I'll let your ass pay the bill.
But hold on. I just want to say from this perspective, because we got to come from this way. There was a reference to they were invited. Now, I think it's different if you invited XYZ people as the featured guest. Then, I mean, because if you were invited, but how would you have handled it, Ted? Okay, so there's been occasions where I would cover the whole bill. I've not to that degree. Meaning,
I know $700.
the young lady that was on there, they were kind of forceful.
Y'all bitches getting on the pole.
Yes.
You know, I'm gonna tell you, I have paid before in the past. Yes. But in that situation that gentleman was in, nah. I wouldn't have paid.
I mean, I've only done that like a few times where if it's like people who I know or people in my inner circle, and if I wanted to treat, then yeah, I would do that. But only for people who I'm really close to, who I'm really cool with. People that I barely know or somewhat know, nah, you're on your own.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is like even if I got invited to a party or whatever, I'm not going empty-handed.
Right.
I mean, even though because I already have that expectation. Like, especially if we're going to a restaurant, it's like I better go ahead and grab one of my credit cards.
Right.
Yeah.
So hey, I just want to table this. Can we go back to Marvel?
Yeah.
You better hurry up. You better hurry up.
Can we go back to Marvel?
Oh, I see it. Because if he come up, he come up here.
Can we go back to Marvel? Because we
He
had
gonna
Rick to come
suplex
up here.
this whole conversation. I swear
We
to
asked
God.
Rick to come up here, and I don't want to put Rick into something because
No.
you know. So Rick,
sir.
season 2.
Yes, sir.
What if?
Did who else did not see everything? I know Tony didn't. Brian,
Yeah, I didn't see all of it now.
No. I just saw the recent one with Doctor Strange.
With the evil Doctor Strange.
The evil Doctor Strange
Supreme?
and Captain Carter was like in the medieval times.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you
that
saw a bunch then.
Okay.
And JoJo?
We're pretty good. We're pretty good.
All I gotta say, it's a 3.
We can talk about this.
Yeah.
It's a what?
Bill Kings. It's a 3-day weekend. We're gonna have Bill Kings. We're gonna have football, and Sunday night gonna be something else.
Yo, we're gonna have. I don't know how many streams you plan to have. I don't know how many streams you plan to have.
But I'm glad to see Captain Carter a lot more now.
Use more, yeah.
Yeah, because I like have a mad crush on Haley Atwell.
But you don't think it was too much in season 2?
I like the introduction to the new characters of the tribes, the Native American tribe, or the tribes,
Kahori, and all that.
Yeah, I like that intro. I like bringing them into the segue.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other ones where Steve Rogers was like trapped in the Iron Giant suit for X amount of years.
Hydra Stomper.
Yeah.
Stomper.
I took notes. Yeah, little notes.
Yeah. Yeah, but I also thought like, King Thor though. I mean, just all that going on. I was like, oh yeah, there's a different parallel universe.
What about the 1602 Avengers?
That was cool. I mean, you got Bucky with the it took me a minute to recognize who that was. It's like, oh, that's Bucky, because he had the shield on the left arm, and that's where his arm got cut off. And then just Steve Rogers and his merry men. And then I like I like the Avengers that was assembled back in the 80s. 70s or 80s.
Oh, with Peter Quill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I thought was weird though was like, okay, he's a kid. He's gonna act like a kid, of course. So he's in the amusement park thing, and then he like telekinetically brings the teddy bear, whatever the heck it was, and then he blows the whole thing up. Why? Why?
Well, it's his father's like implanted that little like, this is what you're supposed to do.
It felt like forced, like, oh, we got to show how dangerous he is, so let's have him blow that up for no reason. But it was just weird to me.
And all he wanted to do was just be like a normal kid.
He wanted to go home.
Yeah.
Do you think we would ever see a live action What If?
I'm quite sure they'll be working
on
it. It's a good phase for them to do some of it animated because it's a lot to do a live action, as we could see from Infinity War and Endgame alone.
Yeah.
Being on location.
There was like one really loved particular what if universe. Maybe Peggy Carter, too, since she seems to be very well liked as well. I can see them doing it.
It's got to be more original. They got a real challenge with that, in my opinion. Animated is fine, but they got a I already knew.
They tried to tease us with it a little bit in that Doctor Strange, that last Doctor Strange movie. A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
It's going to be a real big challenge for them to do a live action instead of animated. I think What If was a good idea. Even if they carry some of it animated, it would be fine because they came out of pocket, even though they made the money back more than anything. They came out of pocket doing a lot of the on-location scenery.
So potentially a problem with Disney right now or with Marvel. Most of the A-level characters they've covered, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it was a great run, like a great
10-year run.
Right.
15,
okay.
To the 15-year run.
10 to 15, just the story, just covering the Infinity Gauntlet. That was like 10 plus years. I'm just saying the What If gives you that ability to tell different stories while keeping that canon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, like it's just something like we would talk, like while we're hanging out, like, oh man, what if they did this or what if they did that?
Right.
I mean, like one of the ones I liked on there was like, what if Hela got where she got sent to the 10 rings,
right?
And then she went from like wearing all black to wearing all white.
She had all 10 rings.
No. Well, she went to that land, then she learned, like the error of her ways, and that there is a purpose of meaning of full life. Hang around with
If you saw Shang-Chi, then you know what we're talking about. If you didn't,
Shang-Chi was
secret place where they had to dash through the forest before it closes in on you.
Yes.
She ended up going there and kind of learned the error of her ways.
I gotta watch that episode. Good Lord.
Yeah, because that whole Shang-Chi, I love Shang-Chi.
Yeah, I thought it was great. A lot of people didn't, but I thought it was great.
They bugging. It was
and
good.
That girl was hilarious in it. I forgot her name in the show.
Awkwafina.
Yes.
Awkwafina.
Yeah, she's so funny.
She was phenomenal in Jumanji. She did damn good in that movie.
Yeah. So I like that one, and then the one with the tribes. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was actually good. They could do a movie after that, maybe even.
Which I thought, well, like after watching that and then watching the beginning of Echo, kind of like, oh, there's the segue.
Oh, I didn't see Echo yet.
Oh, dude, Echo's good.
That's what I heard.
You saw all 5 episodes?
Hell yeah, I binge watched that. Like I spent a good 3 hours of my life on that.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that night I texted you. I was like, dude, it's really good because what's really cool about it is that it is a Marvel spotlight. So it's going to be just like a special. It's not like a whole series like Hawkeye and all that. So they're doing it was kind of like a test run of the adult, the Marvel for adults. It's not PG-13. So it's actually TVMA. So you have violence, cussing, a lot of hard hitting. I mean, because a lot of the scenes, especially like in episode 1, like I saw how the camera was moving. I went, oh man, this gives me Daredevil Netflix vibes. And I love Daredevil. I love Punisher on Netflix. Really, really awesome. But what's really cool with Echo is like you learn her backstory, because in Hawkeye, she was just there. And then you had like little snippets of of why she wants to go after Hawkeye. That's all you know. But before that, you don't know how she became an amputee. You don't know how she did it. Like, what's her background? I really loved how they really, now we have a better understanding of her background of how she became, as one of Kingpin's henchmen or henchwoman.
Yeah.
So 5 episodes. What's it like? About 2.5 hours?
The first episode's like almost an hour. The second episode's like 41 minutes. The third episode's like 35 minutes, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
But what's really cool though is just like how it, and I guess because initially when the character was created in 1999, she was supposed to be like kind of like the Taskmaster. Any type of fighting style she could mimic or mirror your fighting style. But since you already got the Taskmaster that does it, they just put it as Echo because of her Choctaw tribe, you know, the spirits from the past generations, like passed down through her hereditarily through her.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really cool. I liked it.
Yeah.
And then I talked to one of my friends who lives on one of the reservations in Nevada, and I said, "Hey, did you watch Echo?" She said she loved it, and she told me that, and she even showed me a picture. One of her nieces was in the first episode as one of the first Choctaw women that was in the opening scene.
Oh, cool. I heard Kingpin really shined as well. I didn't really
dude,
say it.
Vincent in Daredevil's in it. Charlie Cox back as Daredevil. I'm like, thank God. But I just hate that. I hate what they did with him in She-Hulk, though.
Yeah. He was a boy toy, basically.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because like in the Netflix Daredevil just straight up fight.
Yeah.
Like,
he was tortured soul in his own show.
Yeah. It just sucks that Netflix, because I think like with merging with Disney or whatever, because they're going to come up with season 4. Season 4 was going to bring in Bullseye, because you saw at the end of season 3, Bullseye was getting his back operated on because Kingpin broke his back.
Oh,
yeah.
So I thought, oh, cool! This finally we're gonna have the showdown, Bullseye versus Daredevil. But thanks to all the poor business decisions, so all like everything got scrapped. Like Luke Cage season 2 got scrapped.
They did season 2, didn't they? They did Luke Cage season 2.
Oh wait, no, season 3. My bad.
So I just got a question for you. I mean, because I saw something and I wasn't sure or not, because I didn't watch Echo yet. Do the Defenders make an appearance in it or not?
No.
Okay.
But they're just wondering would that be possible? But since it's only a spotlight series, they're I guess they're trying to test the waters out. But so far, I mean, like looking on some of all these YouTubers, it's like a 50-50. Some 50% love it. Other people are like, oh great, now it's gonna flop because because it's just how they kept dubbing it the MCU. That's like, but I was just like, but in the comics, like she was a badass.
I mentioned that earlier. There's a lot of people that say that.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
It's happening. I see it.
But like you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say like guys like New Rockstar, Screen Crush, like they spoke very positive of it. They're like, yeah, this is really good. This is different. This is really good test run, and they think they knocked it out of the park. And then on top of that, like the women that directed and produced it, they because they knew because they said like when they got introduced to the project, they had to do a lot of homework. And that's how like they finally brought it out. I'm like, nice.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
In comics, you have to do a lot of homework. I'm sorry, because there's so much backstory. Like I saw one person complaining about season 2, and they're like, "Did the people who put this together even watch season 1?" Like I was like, "Oh shoot, okay." You have to do a lot of homework. There's a lot of backstory, and some people don't want to be bothered. And then now we got X-Men coming. Woo! Talk about backstory. Wow.
Yeah, and then everything there's going to be recast, like other projects being recasted, and because like with the Daredevil Reborn, they already had it going, but then somehow I don't know if it was like Disney or Marvel. They're like, I know Kevin Feige's like, nah, let's just start all over. Let's just take our time with this one because a lot of people are going to compare, to the Netflix. There's a large mass following on the Netflix Daredevil fan following.
But hey, there's one other thing I heard. I could be wrong. There's going to be up to 18 to 20 episodes of Daredevil.
Oh, that'd
I
be
heard
great.
like the number is crazy. what they were planning to do for Daredevil. I don't know if they were going to drop half of them and then let the second half drip.
Well, I don't know. I mean, like on Netflix, the episodes I think were like 12 or 13.
Right.
So
and the funny thing is, as a comic lover, because don't even ask me how many I have. It's ridiculous. But since I was a teenager, Daredevil was not even a big deal back then. But also the funny thing is, neither was Avengers. It was all about the X-Men.
Yeah.
The Avengers had a story, but they didn't have the fanfare they had this generation. You're correct.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's true.
Like when Iron Man came out, I was like, huh, good luck. But yeah, they did their thing.
And I only had like maybe about a calorie of knowledge about the Guardians of the Galaxy. I just saw them, they were featured. I'm like, all right, whatever. Mm-hmm. And then look, that took off.
It really did.
And then I was happy when Moon Knight came out, because I mean I used to have, before it got ruined, but I had the Marvel Encyclopedia, and I was like just flipping through like all these characters, and I saw Moon Knight just because like how it's drawn. I was like, oh, this is really cool. Okay, Egyptian stuff. All right, great. So now like I like how now with Marvel, like how they're bringing in the cultures now, because think about it, you got the Wakandans with their background, and then like in Wakanda Forever, you got the Atlanteans, you know, like how they came about, and now, you know, you got Echo and all these other, like, now it's really cool. I like how they're doing a deep dive into that. So
yeah, Native Americans now with the What If.
Yep. Yeah, and then Echo, it's like featured with the Choctaw tribe.
Mm-hmm. And there's not a lot of brand new characters, but that What If has brought, like, what's her name? Kahori. She's brand new. She don't exist in the comics.
Very new.
I don't think Captain Carter, as a Captain America type person, existed until What If either. So
correct.
That's cool too. You know that they're
and then in the Doctor Strange, and then in live action in Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. It just opens up so many avenues, and I think people would be interested in, you know, as long as the casting is right, people would go back to the movies to see something like that.
Not only that, but if they just have like really good writing, really good dialogue, none of this
Nancy?
Hey, Nancy.
None of this whole like representation or whatever. Just have a really good, genuine story, completely original. Take your time with it.
Right.
It'll be successful. But if you're gonna if you're just gonna half-ass it with some lame-ass writing, and then you're gonna cram it down my throat of like little hidden tidbits here and there, I'm gonna be turned off.
Yeah.
Got it.
And have writers who understand comic books, man, who understand the stories, like
understand the character. Yeah, I mean,
you have to have at least read it to get a better understanding of this, because this is what, you know, you understand what the fans want. They want a good story,
right? Yeah, I mean, like people hated on the Eternals. I love the Eternals. Like,
Eternals was good. You got to watch it twice to fully understand what's going on. Understand this aspect. It was good.
Yeah, I mean, most of the people didn't understand the Eternal, because they're like, wait, what? But then, you know, and if you want to go do all the checklist on the boxes, everybody was represented in the movie, and y'all still complain. So it's just like, come on, y'all.
So
it's risky when you introduce a group of people that are not very well known. It's risky, and Eternals was that, but so was Guardians of the Galaxy, and it did great.
Right.
Yeah.
So what did they do different with Guardians of the Galaxy that they could have did in Eternals?
I think it was just the writing, and then plus, like on the Guardians of the Galaxy, the characters were relatable in some way.
Mm-hmm. And fun.
But when was Eternals released?
Gosh, what 2018, 2019?
Oh, okay.
Let me look. But I think, and then like it's the same thing with Star Wars, because now they're going to do the Rey Skywalker
2021.
They're going to do the Rey Skywalker trilogy, but they're having a female director who pretty much knows nothing of Star Wars.
See, stop,
Yeah,
pause,
no.
Tony.
Yes.
That was your cue to say pause. So you're gonna have a director that has no idea. I'm done.
So
That's
yeah,
what
but the thing about it is, it's like I was like, I don't have a problem if there's a female director, but the thing about it is, if you're gonna have somebody, if you're especially as big as Star Wars is, and you know how crucial in the large of fan base, if you want to have a female director that actually knows Star Wars, hands down, hands down, Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yes.
Because the few episodes that she did for The Mandalorian were great.
Yep, they were great.
Yeah,
Mandalorian was
I
outstanding.
think the key is it's not about whether it's a male or it's a female director. It's about someone that's entrenched in like the lore of Star Wars.
Yeah. Because I was watching like on the Star Wars on the backstory of the Mandalorian, and Bryce Dallas Howard said like when she was with her dad, Ron Howard, she said sometimes like whenever they were like she said she remembered going Empire Strikes Back. As a little girl, like her dad's chit-chatting with George Lucas and Steven.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
from Jurassic
more,
Park.
That says
you know her from Jurassic Park.
That says more than her not even knowing the storyline. She'll know how to make a movie properly. Because Ron Howard has made some outstanding movies.
Yeah.
He has gone from actor to director at a level that a lot of athletes go to movies.
Who would have ever guessed that? Who would have guessed that?
It started with Backdraft, and look at where we're at now. He's still directing movies. He's killing it.
My man started from Happy Days, man.
No. Further back.
Way back before that,
He played Opie on Andy
Opie, yeah.
He's been in the game kind of too long, so she'll be a legacy as far as director. She will know what she's doing. I'll watch her movies. I got that.
Yeah, exactly. So like if I was gonna say like if they want to make that big a crucial of an issue, like it has to be a woman or whatever, fine. At least give it a woman who is very, very knowledgeable of your product.
You can't help it.
Am I wrong?
Love you, Brian.
Jesus Christ.
It don't matter if it's a man or a woman. Just know what you're talking about.
I know, but I'm just saying if they want to push the issue of a woman being a director, at least give it a woman who's very knowledgeable of the product. That's what I'm saying. Hands down, unanimous decision, Bryce Dallas Howard.
Gotcha. I remember
think about with Dave Filoni. Nobody never heard of Dave Filoni, but pretty much when they were doing the Clone Wars animated series, he was right there, like right next to him. He's sitting right next to George Lucas, Master and Apprentice. And look how like Star Wars, The Clone Wars was so successful. Star Wars Rebels, he was right there. He understands. He knows.
One of the greatest animated series ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. If you want, yeah. So male, female, whatever, have somebody who knows their shit.
Yeah, that's been a problem for a number of movies for quite some years now. Movies and shows.
When I was buying comics, there was do you know the character Cable?
Yes.
Jane and Scott's son from the future, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So this writer took it over and he literally went and found every single Cable comic he could possibly find, anything the Cable was in, and he read all of it. And he like practically memorized it. And then he came out with some amazing stories. And I'm like, see, I respect him so much because he knew what he was talking about. The stories were amazing. He tied strings from this, that, and the other and put it all together and make it make sense even more. Than it was like, and then all of a sudden they were like, Marvel canned him because they're like, yeah, we want to take it in a different direction. He was like, what? I was on a roll and I was ticked. I was like, he was writing amazing stories. But you need to do the research if you want a good story. You can't send somebody in there that don't know the character.
I mean, like Todd McFarlane was good.
Yeah.
But then, that like the politics in that, it was just the conflict of interest and they want to go in a different direction. And Todd McFarlane had an idea like, because he created the Venom character.
Yeah.
Yes. He's doing very well with it. Fan of the movie or not, he's doing very well with it. And I wasn't too big on the movie because I thought they were kind of dry, but he's making his numbers. So my opinion not going to matter.
Yeah,
the
and
fight scene
then
on the second one was the best part of that movie to me. The
yeah,
story
and
was
then
phenomenal.
so when so luckily he saved up every dime he had, and then when he pretty much got kicked out of Marvel, it took him some years. He and props out to his wife. His wife stood by him since day one, all the ups and downs, and she still loves him because she believes in him, and because how she believed in him, it it kept him going to what he actually loved. Because for a while he started to hate it, but then he got back into drawing storyboards and everything, and that's how Spawn was created.
Little Spawn. Yep.
Yeah, he created
Big
Spawn, and then
Yeah.
decided to go with Image Comics and everything.
And look at how hard Ryan Reynolds fought for Deadpool to be a reality for years.
Yeah.
He didn't give up, and everybody loved him for it. And he's awesome in it. He's really funny.
Hell yeah.
If he makes another one, I'll be surprised.
And now you're gonna have Deadpool and Wolverine. They're gonna make a lot of money
After that one. I mean, he's going to be bigger than The Rock in the faster time frame. I want to say it's about the same time frame, but that money he made off of Mint Mobile surprised me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
and aviation.
Yeah, he's Ryan Reynolds is the man right now. Him and The
Man,
Rock.
I got a soccer team too now, I think.
Yeah,
He was with a group that was going to purchase the Ottawa Senators, and I was just like, he's got money like that.
Yeah,
I was like, whoa.
That Mint Mobile took it. He's a billionaire, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, because think about it, he's got his liquor brand. Then he's doing Mint Mobile.
He's got that Wexham team, I think. He got a TV show, all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds is killing it. So when that Deadpool come out, it's over. Y'all talking about Swifties? You better talk about some Reynolds.
That's why he's so imprinted in this Deadpool movie, man.
Yes.
Like, he wants
it's his character.
At all costs.
You can't imagine anyone else doing that role. Kind of like with
Nobody.
RDJ.
Yeah.
You can't imagine anyone else doing that role.
Yeah.
He's got it. And he worked it. I got a coworker that's big on Deadpool. He said Ryan Reynolds was made for it. He played it. I didn't even know the comic before the movie came out. I really didn't.
Oh, I'll be right back.
I didn't even know who Hugh Jackman was, because like back in the day when they're talking about, oh man, if they're gonna do a live action X-Men, like the first person that came to mind was Jack Nicholson.
For Wolverine?
Really?
Back in the day, back in the 90s, they were thinking like for Wolverine, or 80s, 90s, they were like, if they were to do a live action X-Men, they were like saying, oh man, like Jack Nicholson would be great for Wolverine.
He's too old to be Wolverine.
He was old, but I could see it. But yeah, he was old at the time.
Yeah, but I mean, but yeah, but like with Hugh Jackman,
he had the
like,
face. Yeah,
maybe Sabretooth.
Probably.
He's too short. They need somebody bigger than me.
Well, Wolverine is short in the comics. That's what threw me too. In the movies, he's like 6 foot.
I'm not gonna lie. For Sabretooth, I would have got Vinnie Jones. He would have been ruthless in that character.
True.
Vinnie Jones is the tall guy that was in Gone in 60 Seconds. The one that
the one with the mute till he actually spoke.
He could be an evil character.
Yeah,
he's always an evil character. Almost every movie he plays, he's a bad guy. He's like a mean dude. Yeah,
he's a South American soccer player in real life.
Not for nothing. You know who? No,
I think he was. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's a British soccer player.
I thought he was South American.
British.
I heard they were gonna do what is it? Because y'all talking about Deadpool, and then you mentioned Cable. They were supposed to do an X Factor movie, man.
Yeah,
they canceled it, and I was so upset.
Yeah,
I was
surprised New Mutants finally came out. That took years of over and over. That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I haven't watched that yet either. I haven't caught that yet at all.
Oh man,
it's a good. For a Halloween movie.
Yeah. I mean, because like the X-Men, what was that? The X-Men New Generation or whatever, where like you had Chloe,
Emma Frost, that one.
No. Well, you had Chloe Kravitz in there, Zoe Kravitz.
Okay.
The one where she was in that one, and then but you had Havoc, and I'm like, oh cool, you got Scott Summers' younger brother. So that's what I thought. Oh, cool. This will be a segue into the X Factor.
X-Men Evolution was good, and they got a pass that as far as the animation. They've done the movies, they've done the cartoons. I don't even know what else they're going to do with them.
Well, like next up is X-Men 97, which I know is going to be pretty badass.
The old version, I could watch that all day still.
All day.
Yeah.
And
so
and did you watch the Marvels all the way through?
I did not.
Yes,
I did.
The movie. Talk about the movie.
Yeah, movie the Marvels.
I didn't think it
Yeah,
was
it
horrible
was-
like everybody said. It was all right.
It was, to me, it was for the women. It really was for the women. And that's
Yeah.
just what it was, because it was about the female characters. Now, mind you,
Yeah.
we talked about this before. At the end game, that's to show the scene where all the female heroes was going to fight together. I'm looking forward to it.
Well,
And it looks
also
like they're
too,
setting it up. It really does.
But
Look like
also-
they're setting it up for real.
yeah, but also too, like if you watched WandaVision at the end credits, then you realize that,
Agatha Harkness.
Monica Rambeau.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so she gets sent up. She gets sent up and meet Nick Fury because
Yeah,
like
the
her
scroll's
mom,
like up there.
Up
yeah,
there.
he wants to see you up there. And then so Monica Rambeau, I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah, the little girl that was in Captain Marvel, now she's all grown up.
Mhm.
And then now you got the little backstory of like what happened to her during the blip.
Right.
So I understood that part. And then like Kamala Khan, I think she was created back like 2010 for the Marvels.
She's pretty much the future for this generation, honestly.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
actress that
I
plays
mean-
her is phenomenal. I love her. She's just
Yeah,
hilarious.
I mean, I think that's pretty cool. Like, in the show, I mean, like, I think they portrayed like her and her culture well. And then so I think like out of all the characters, I think Kamala Khan was like the most relatable because she's like, oh my god, this is all going on. How we're all starstruck. I mean, that's the only person that I could see that'd be relatable. But
the one thing I didn't like in the movie that a lot of people did like, and they said that was the funniest or favorite part, was the whole cats swallowing the people. Like I was like,
oh god,
That's when I
that
was
was just
stuck the whole
dumb. I was
movie.
like,
that's when I
we
wanted
just
to stuck the
decided
whole
let's do
movie.
something with cats. Like I didn't.
Yeah,
I thought it was
and
dumb.
Yeah,
I'm sitting
I
there
wasn't
staring at
feeling
the
that.
movie like, yo.
That looks
Yeah.
like it's comic book oriented. That looks very comic book oriented.
I said, yeah, let's get out of here. I'm like, yo, I want to get up and leave. But I'm like, I'm already this deep in the movie. Remember I was texting you? I was like, yo,
Yes.
That cat was going ham in that
Bro.
movie, eating them people.
I mean, I just kind of went like this. So like, really,
I'm like, yo, y'all serious?
and then
Seriously.
on top of that, like, it seemed like Nick Fury kind of was like put on the back seat, but then still trying to play like the father figure.
He wasn't the same Nick Fury in that movie. in
No, he
Marvels.
wasn't.
At
No.
all. At all.
Yeah, he's like, stop touching shit. I don't know. I thought I had to touch it.
Yeah, man. It's like they plucked out Nick Fury right after the Secret Wars. Like they took him out there and they just put him.
I mean, Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion. There you go.
Secret Invasion. I thought it was okay, but I just think
I
that
was disappointed in it.
I was
good story.
very
Thank you. I was too.
story.
I was
It was a good
too.
I think they should have taken more time with it.
Like if
But
I didn't
Tony-
know anything about Scrolls, period, at all, I'd
Right.
been like, I was all right. But I know the story. I'm like, y'all could have did way better than this.
Take your
But
time with it.
that's when everything was like a factory. We're gonna push out 8
Yeah.
series this year,
Yep.
17 movies. You're gonna have to watch everything, and everything's gonna be interconnected. And I'm like a
And
lot of
then-
people, like, I don't have time for all of this.
Superhero burnout. Yeah, I mean,
Right.
and yeah, that's how I felt, and that's how my best friend felt because like we're a big fan of the video game Assassin's Creed, and
Mhm.
they kept pushing it like year after year. You had Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed Revelation, then you had Assassin's Creed Black Sails, then you had Assassin's Creed Rogue, and then it was just one after another after another. I'm like, okay, I gotta wait.
The one thing out of Secret Invasion that I'd like to see is the fact that Rhodey was never Rhodey, and now we have the real Rhodey back.
Yes,
And when
Yeah.
he finds out everything
Yeah.
he missed and that Tony is dead, he's gonna flip.
he's gonna flip.
But the one thing that really kind of threw me off was like, how in the world you collect all like Thor's power, Banner's
Oh yeah,
power?
that was dumb too.
Like, how'd you get all that serum?
Yeah,
Pause.
I said serum, not the other word. I mean, but you had everybody's DNA all rolled into one, and it was like,
Yeah,
dumb.
they had the Super Scroll, and then Homegirl comes out of nowhere. She has the powers.
That was dumb.
I
dumb,
said,
dumb.
man,
that
you know
at
how
that
cool-
moment they jumped the shark.
You know how cool that could have been if you could have included that in the Avengers,
right?
Yeah. And then on top of that, I'm just like, okay, so Khaleesi didn't like getting killed, so now she's gonna avenge her death on you. She went from like Khaleesi to Super Khaleesi.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that was one thing that was a head scratcher to me, was like, how did they get everybody's banner? Groot.
The same way they did on the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, that's come on, man. I'm mad you brought that.
Did they even volunteer that shit?
Oh my god! Oh, that Nick
Fury. He was cold in that movie. Hey, yo, JoJo, he was cold in that movie. He said, "Bomb voyage."
You know where that actually would have made sense, kind of, sort of, is if it was mutants, because it's their DNA. That would be different. But magic power ain't DNA. Magic is learned.
Yeah,
it was just stupid. It was so dumb.
Yeah. So it was kind of funny because I was like, first Captain Kirk, then Star-Lord, and now Nick Fury hooking up with the green chick.
That's what I was gonna say too.
Yeah.
He's secretly with the scroll. Oh gosh.
Hey man, green is in.
Whatever.
Goodness.
Goodness.
But yeah, like, and then Hawkeye was cool. Oh yeah, that was another thing on the end credit. So you got Kamala Khan and Hawkeye 2.
Kate Bishop.
Kate Bishop. Yeah, Kate Bishop.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna get the Young Avengers, because
that's what they're doing. Be the Young Avengers coming.
100%.
Yeah, so you got like Kamala Khan and then Kate Bishop, and then you're gonna get Elena.
Wanda's kids. They're gonna get Wanda's kids eventually.
Watch. Yeah.
And what was his name? He was in Falcon. He was like the first Winter Soldier. But he was older. Remember? I think his grandson.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you mean the black guy?
Yes.
Isaiah.
Yeah.
Yeah, his grandson, the Patriot.
Why are you laughing?
He's like the very first Avenger.
He's like, I said, the black guy.
I've been on air time too long. You know, they said it too damn much in the first place.
Oh my god, man.
Yeah.
What's your guys' thoughts on that preview film? Well, they already have the trailers and all that stuff out there already for the what is it? Is Madam Web?
Oh yeah. I'm not sure about that. I'm reserving my judgment for that.
Yeah, I saw and I was just like, what is this? I mean, I know it's Sony, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, anything Spider-Man is Sony,
Yeah. Okay. And they're gonna have their own universe with spider creatures and everything else like that.
I'll tell you what,
and Tom Holland might not be in that.
Yeah, because it was like A, the contracts, and then B, it was just, I don't know, because I think they're gonna go with what, Garfield again?
Miles Morales?
No.
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield.
Oh yeah,
go with him. Yeah,
they're gonna be in Secret Wars, I think, or whatever they're calling it.
When he saved MJ in that movie, Andrew Garfield got his mojo back as Spider-Man.
Yes, he did. He did.
I even shouted. I was like, "Oh, you better save her!"
Yeah.
He's like, "Are you okay?" She said, "Are you okay?" Like, that was
right. He was mad emotional. Right?
Yep. He could do a good job. He could do. If Tom leaves, I'll take him. He'd be good.
Yeah, because I think they're gonna go with that. Because I think with Tobey Maguire, I think it's just it was just kind of like that little, I'll make my spot, and that's it.
Yeah, get my nostalgia.
He came through that portal and said, "I wasn't looking for a youth pastor or something like that." That was funny.
And then it's like his mom's like, "Yeah, can you get that down there?" I'm like, "Oh man, that's truly Filipino right there."
Oh.
Because even with my Filipino friends, I'll come over there they're like, "Yeah, you're tall enough. Can you get that book for me?" I'm like, "Really?" I'm like, so Filipino right there.
Toby's my dude, though. I love Tobey Maguire, man.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, I'd like to see Tom Holland again as Spider-Man because I mean, very, very refreshing, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did good.
Yeah.
He did a series, The Crowded Room, not Marvel related at all, but that was really, really good. He had like multiple personality.
Oh,
yeah, really good.
Okay.
Yeah, that was that movie. Yeah.
It was a TV series.
And that's the problem. You do this Marvel stuff, you get typecasted,
yeah.
and then you do something like this outside of it. Everyone's like,
Yeah.
Like Chris Hemsworth, he's a forever Thor, even though he does other stuff. That's Thor. You see him, you say that's Thor.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, whatever. He was George Kirk.
Yes, he was George Kirk.
You're right. You're right.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always gonna remember
for about
him.
5 minutes.
I'm always gonna remember him from that one
200 pounds even.
in The Cabin in the Woods. You ever seen that movie, The Cabin in the Woods? It's like it's supposed to be like a horror movie of some sort.
Oh yeah.
But it's when they discover that the place is not really real, and he goes on his motorcycle and he's about to jump off a cliff. So he drives and he jumps off the cliff with the motorcycle, only to realize that the other side is not real. It's actually a wall. So he crashes into the wall and blows up and stuff like that. Yeah, it's like the whole, like a crazy plot twist to the whole movie.
Wow.
And that's when they realize they're not really in the woods, and it's a whole setup.
A wily coyote chasing the roadrunner.
Yeah, he was great in The Extraction.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
total badass in Extraction.
Yeah.
Extraction
Badass.
In Extraction 2, yeah, total.
That's
badass.
how I was gonna say. They did the second one.
Yeah, the second one has a Idris Elba in it.
Really?
I was like, yeah.
Oh.
You didn't recognize him?
I didn't see the second one.
Oh, Ted.
I didn't see the second one yet, but I can.
Idris Elba's in it.
Okay.
Now,
So yeah, so Thor and Heimdall are reunited.
Wow.
Heimdall.
Yeah.
I see everything.
Potato.
Here's a question. Do you think when they do bring the X-Men, it's going to be completely different actors? I would think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because the other ones are kind of older.
They need to bring some of the newer ones in there. The ones that were in Dark Phoenix. They bring them back, it'll be good. Because old girl that played Jean Grey, she was all right. Magneto was cool. I think James McAvoy was all right as Professor X.
And we don't need to do a Dark Phoenix saga for a while.
I'm sorry, Rick. Do you remember the last 5 minutes of Days of Future Past? And they brought back all the old characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they had Jean Grey, like Famke.
Famke Jensen. Yeah.
I was just like, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I was gonna say they don't need it as much as what's one of my favorite stories of all time. We don't need to do a Dark Phoenix for a long time because y'all messed it up so many times already.
My God!
Let that breathe.
Screwed it up.
Amen. The tree people really ticked me off. The tree people. That's all I refer to them as. The tree people.
Don't do that again.
And then, like, I was really excited because they're going to go do a Gambit movie. And I'm like, yes, Gambit.
I was hyped for that.
Yeah. And
I was like,
right?
I was like, yeah, Taylor Hitch. But then, like, you know what? Since Channing Tatum's on the rise, I'm like, we're going to go with Channing Tatum. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I said, man, Gambit would have been so cool, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Gambit was badass.
But but seriously, it was like a factory. They were pushing out too much stuff.
Yeah, they were.
And a lot of it's rushed, though. I think like the Wolverine movies, if they would have taken their time with it, because the first one seemed rushed.
Yeah, the first one was rushed. The last one, not when he was
Logan.
Old Man Logan. The one before that, when he was in Japan.
Yeah.
Silver Samurai.
It was a good
I thought it was
story,
okay.
But,
Oh, the Wolverine. The Wolverine.
Yeah, the Wolverine. And then Old Man Logan I liked.
Mm-hmm. I like that one, yeah. Felt sorry for Professor X.
I know.
For real.
Better feel sorry for everybody else when that fool had his little mind going.
It's like everybody's freaking out.
And the funny thing about it though is like watching was it McAvoy, the one that played Professor
the young one?
Yeah.
Yeah, him and Michael Fassbender. I was like, oh, cool, they're reunited. And people are like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you never seen Band of Brothers? They were both in that. Tom Hardy got a start in Band of Brothers.
Band of Brothers, yep.
That's when you tell them there's nothing like HBO.
See,
there's nothing like HBO.
Yeah, and then like on the Pacific, I mean, John Bernthal was in the Pacific.
Yep.
I want to open up a can of worms.
Good.
Go.
Jonathan Majors.
I didn't see his interview. They was talking about.
I watched it.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been too busy getting over the Cat Williams mess and working.
I watched Jonathan.
I watched both of the Cat Williams interviews. I'm watching some. I'm trying to catch some of the responses.
Jonathan Majors is much shorter, Tone, and it's
I believe you. And like I said,
I was like him. How do you see all this evidence and come up with this verdict? Are you serious? Like what?
Yeah, they're like saying like his legal team like did a horrible job.
Cat Williams spoke on it. Cat Williams spoke.
Yeah, because the man was running away from a white woman. Like, what more do you need?
Because they said his team kind of set him up to fail in a way because they released those texts. I think it was the text, the audio, or whatever. Yeah. So that's what it was. The messages. It was the messages.
Yeah, and then it was like saying like he goes, yeah, it was in the car, but then he goes, but then afterwards, like I don't know what else happened.
Yeah, that's the thing. He didn't. The interview didn't make him look like he was okay, but then certain parts didn't make him look good.
Yeah, because that was that little clip that I sent you guys. Like, hey, check it out. Because a YouTuber, she's like, I watched the interview, but this is what I noticed.
Right.
Yeah.
But what's crazier? He gets released by Disney, and then he does an interview on Good Morning America, which is
owned by Disney.
By Disney. I'm like, what is this?
The contract. They're not gonna pay you as much.
You think they're gonna bring him back?
And even though I'm mad at Marvel for like canning him, I do give him kudos for not doing what everybody else did. They dropped him immediately as soon as the allegations came out. At least I give him Marvel credit for waiting for the verdict to come out. I'll give him that much.
Yeah, it's like wait till you have all the facts first before like what he got accused. Oh, we're releasing them.
Yeah.
So
they learned from Johnny Depp. That's what it is.
When do you think there's a chance they could bring him back? Because you got the whole Kane saga and everything else like that. It's a mess when you've invested this much into. Yeah. Well, I mean, they can recast them, but
from what others were saying, and probably what's going on in the rumor mill is that because of this whole thing, they're pretty much retired. Like from the Loki, how Loki took over the timelines.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much it was kind of like writing off Kang.
Yeah, they wrapped it up at that last
episode. So when the whole thing like has Kang was supposed to be the big bad,
right?
But now they're gonna replace that with Dr. Doom,
supposedly.
And Silver, and then Silver Surfer, they're gonna do a flip on that one as well.
No, if they turn him to a girl, I'm done. I'm done. First of all, he's already naked, basically, and now you're gonna put it in a female. But no, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah,
I agree with Rick here.
And then for Mr. Fantastic, it's gonna be dumb. It's gonna be played by Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, that was weird to me.
I'm like, that doesn't make.
Where's John Krasinski? I thought we were going. Wasn't he Mr. I mean, hasn't he been talking about this role for the last 5 to 10 years?
I saw a really funny clip of him. He said he actually auditioned for, I think it was Captain America.
Yes.
And he said he was putting half the outfit on, and then Chris Hemsworth comes in looking all jacked as could be. He goes, "Hey, looking good, mate." And he goes, "Nope." He took it off and said, "Nope, I'm not doing this. I can't compete with that." Yeah, it was funny. But yeah, John Krasinski, everybody loved him as Mr. Fantastic. Why not just go?
Because like when he was featured, like everybody's like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, when Wanda did him like that, I was like, "Yo, what? No way."
Yeah, and then what happened to Captain Cargo? I was like, I yelled at the theater. I'm like, you fucking cunt!
Oh my god!
Like I said, like I have a mad crush on Haley Atwell, and I'm like,
yo.
The only other out time I had an outburst in the theater was when I watched House of Wax and Paris Hilton character got killed. I was like, yes! Everybody's looking at me like, you got problems. I'm like, I can't stand Paris Hilton.
Oh, God. Oh, that's funny.
But funny. I mean, yeah, and then I think like I think with Rambo, I think they were gonna kind of, I don't know if they're gonna do a flash. I thought they were gonna do a flashbacks of her in the Marvels, you know, so that way Monica Rambeau would be like, "Oh, hey, ma," or like, "Oh, that was my mom."
That was awkward.
They're gonna do that. This gonna happen sometime.
That was awkward.
Happened already, yeah.
It's like, Mom. And she like, Mom, I got no kids. What are you calling me mom for? Like,
yeah,
what? That was awkward. And then Kelsey Grammer, even though it wasn't really Kelsey Grammer because that looks CGI as heck. But I was still happy. I was like, it's still Beast. I'm still happy.
He was good as Beast. He was great as Beast.
He was. He shocked me. He did great.
On point.
Yeah.
Kelsey Grammer's no joke. He be holding it, man. That dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially like how, like, you know, how he portrayed the character Frasier. I mean, just because every time when I heard Beast spoke, I'm like, yep, that sounds like Frasier.
Yeah.
Like the intellect, the the vocabulary, and everything.
Then they even brought him back, man. They brought that back, Frasier.
Yeah, I've been watching that. I was just to see if it would be funny. I was like, you know what? It is actually pretty funny.
All that from Cheers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All that from Cheers.
Cheers. Yep.
True. They just brought Roz back. I was like, Roz! I was like, whoa. She's on there now.
Wow.
But no Niles.
No Niles. I'm wondering about that. His son, but no Niles. That's weird. Yeah. He's alive, right? He ain't dead or nothing, is he? Like, where's he at?
Not to my knowledge. You know what? Now I'm going to look it up.
They brought Night Court back.
Yeah, they're trying.
Yeah, I haven't.
They're trying. There's no creativeness. There's no creativity. They're hey, we're gonna remix everything.
Yeah, they brought some of the old cast back, got some new people. You know,
they trying.
Let's mix it up and see. Let's see if we can get the new crowd in.
I can't watch that old boy being in the judge's bench. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
I missed it. It's hilarious.
Okay, David Hyde Pierce is still alive.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know. Contract? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, with Night Court, is Marky Post still alive?
No,
she's gone, isn't she? I think she passed.
I think she passed.
John Larroquette
wait.
and Marsha Warfield, I think the only two still around.
Richard Mauld passed away.
Richard Mauld passed away last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me look it up.
So you got what's that dude? John Larroquette.
Yeah.
He's
Marsha Warfield. They're the only two still there.
Yeah.
Oh, Melissa Rauch is in this show. Cool. Melissa Rauch, she's the one that played Bernadette on The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah. She's the judge now. Yeah.
If she's the judge, she'll play it well, and she's very vibrant the way he was. We just miss him because he was the show.
Yeah,
right.
He was the show. The classic Night Court was epic. I'm not mad at their attempt. I just don't think they'll be able to recreate it as much as we enjoyed it. The same way they try to do Good Times. They try to redo Good Times. We ain't heard nothing else. We ain't heard nothing else.
There's certain things that should be left alone.
Right.
That is a fact.
No, I'm serious. Come on.
Yeah.
Next thing you're gonna say, Tony? Yeah, they're redoing Sanford and Son. They're redoing such.
I just saw an article about you know how they did Picard for Star Trek recently, right?
Yes.
Now they're saying we need Deep Space Nine Cisco. We need to do something like that for Cisco.
Really?
And I'm like, well, that would be interesting. You know, take him. Is he still with the Prophets or whatever? Because that's how they left it.
Right.
Oh yeah, with the Bajorans. Yeah, with the Bajorans.
That could be interesting.
Yo, seeing Avery Brooks like that, yeah, I'm in. Yeah. But I thought they were talking about well, I know it wasn't green. They didn't greenlight it, but they were talking about Star Trek Legacy.
Now I think they're saying they think it might be a better idea just to make it a big movie.
Really?
I heard them talking about
make a TV show.
How they're going to do it is crazy. They can't do Deep Space Now, right?
They don't want to. They don't want to pay out all those salaries and everything else like that. Probably.
They got the money. Why not?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, well, Star Trek 4 is in production now.
Yeah,
because that was on the ropes. Whether they're going to
that was on the ropes like 5-6 years, right?
Yeah, it was on the ropes before the last one they did, and I know when they lost Anton Yeltsin.
Yeah.
Changed a few things up, and then Chris Pine was going through some craziness. They can do it. I don't know what else
they were talking about. Tony, I'm sorry to cut you off, Tony, but Chris Helmsworth talking about bringing him back, and Chris Pine. That's
because it's time travel, and then Zachary Quinto, Zachary Quinto agreed as well.
Well, Zachary's going to be in. They'll all be there. Zoe Saldana's been busy with Guardians of the Galaxy.
And her new show on Paramount, Lioness.
Yeah. So they all busy. They could do one more. They can do one more and call it. Honestly,
the question is, does Paramount want to pay?
Yes, they do. They need to stop playing. Paramount's only alive because of Star Trek.
And Beavis and Butthead.
No, Paramount's only alive because of Star Trek. All them damn Star Trek series, and then they hold the movies, and then they had Top Gun Maverick. Other than that, they were struggling. Well, I take that back. Yellowstone was carrying them. Yellowstone was carrying them.
Well, also too, you have NCIS on Paramount Plus too.
Loved the Yellowstone. What's the other one? 18, whatever that was. People loved it.
1823.
Yeah, 1823.
No, 1923.
No, it was 18 something.
But now, I mean.
1881. There's like 2 prequels. All talking about the Duttons, but different generation of the Duttons.
Was it 1881?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. That's the year Tuskegee was founded. That's why I was like, wait a minute, what?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I need to sign up for Paramount Plus just so I can watch season 2 of Star Trek New Worlds.
Dude, I watched all of them.
It's really good.
I like New Worlds.
I only saw the first season on Amazon Prime because it was free.
Yeah, New Worlds is good. I like it.
Yeah, I was like, okay, cool. Now we're going with Captain Pike. All right, nice.
He's really good.
He's doing great. He's doing great.
Yeah,
he's doing better in this than Black Bolt.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And now I think hopefully Orville season 4 is going to happen.
I gotta watch season 3.
Is it?
I hope so.
They've been saying it for so long. I'm like, is it ever going to come out?
Well, I mean, because you had the strike and everything.
Even before that, though.
Jeez.
Because I liked how it was originally funny, but then it became serious. And I'm like, yo, you are actually Star Trek level now. You're not just trying to be funny.
Yeah.
It's good.
Like today's topic, today's issues, and incorporate that in the show. Because that last season, I'm like, this is what's up. But yeah, I mean, but going back to the Marvel What If, I mean, like just all these random questions. I mean, we could probably I'm guessing 7 seasons. I'm projecting.
You know what cracks me up though is because the Watcher, he's like pretty like prim and proper and professional sounding, right? But then something crazy goes, he's like, "What the hell?" I'm like, "Wait, what?"
Like, what the?
It makes me laugh every time. Oh gosh!
And props to seeing Howard the Duck in order.
Yeah.
Man.
Did you ever see the actual movie?
Yeah.
That was a flop, of course, but I'm like,
but it has a big cult following though.
Yeah.
Like that, The Last Dragon, Big Trouble. Oh, they're gonna do a remake. They're gonna do a
Big
remake
Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, Big Trouble in Little China with The Rock.
Yeah. I heard about that for a while now.
I'm like, I'm burnt out of The Rock.
I was gonna say,
out of The Rock.
Yeah,
so that's what it was. I was like, no Rock. That's what it was.
No Rock.
That's what it was.
He is the box office draw. Until you find somebody else.
I don't want to see no
Rock. The box office draw in the movies the same way Trump is the box office draw to the election. Let's just be real.
Oh God, we gonna go there now?
Let's just be real.
Well, I would.
You could have replaced The Rock and put John Cena there. I would have been cool.
John Cena is not a box office draw. Stop it.
Or
that show. What was the name of that show he was in? That he just did. It was pretty
crazy.
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker. Yeah, I heard
that was funny. That was funny.
Yeah,
you're a better actor though.
Go fuck a fish.
Oh my God.
John Cena got better range than The Rock.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He may go
I believe that. And Batista's right behind both of them.
Oh, no, Batista's
a little ahead. I think he's better than The Rock. He's
here's the thing, like between
it's just that he doesn't have as many big movies. But
I don't know if he's better than The Rock.
No. Well, I mean, he's not as big as The Rock, but however, though, if you look
just talking about acting wise.
Yeah, but he's I mean, the Guardians of the Galaxy really lifted him off. I mean, he pretty much, if you want to combine salaries, I mean, The Rock was not even featured in no Marvel. Marvel didn't even approach him. They went with Dave Bautista.
That's what I'm saying.
They switched it up. So WWE's getting money all over the place, pretty much.
Yeah, but I mean, but I and then followed up by Blade Runner 2024.
Yeah. Because I had this discussion. I'm like, yeah, The Rock became bigger. He became bigger than wrestling.
Yes.
And because of that, that's what made him look so good in the movies. You got John Cena, who got big. He kind of got bigger than wrestling. He went to go do the movies. His movies aren't bad. His movies are actually pretty good. He had to work just like The Rock, though, because there's a couple stinkers in John Cena's resume.
It's going to be like comparing, can he deliver?
But then in the past couple movies he's had, and there's a couple low-key movies he's been in, where he had little cameos, where he was actually pretty damn good. Then you got Batista. And not many other outside of Guardians of the Galaxy. You're not really looking for a lot of Dave Bautista movies.
No, Army of the Dead. He killed it. I mean,
and the one with the hotel movie with Jodie Foster.
Onions, the
hotel, whatever.
Yeah.
Where
it was like a mystery.
Well, it was just like a hospital for bad guys, really.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about that movie?
Yeah, with Jodie Foster. Yeah. So, but
I was talking about Knives, the Knives movie.
Oh, Knives Out. Yeah, the second one.
Knives Out. Yeah. Knives Out.
But no,
he was in the comedy movies and stuff like that too. Yeah. Stuber. I watched Stuber. There you go. Mm-hmm. Stuber I had watched during 2020. But the one movie I watched, I think it was last year, the year before, A Knock at the Cabin. The M. Night Shyamalan movie. Oh my god!
M. Night Shyamalan.
But you know what's really cool though? Like Batista was in a comic book movie, done successful. John Cena in a comic book movie, successful. Yeah. The Rock, Black Adam, flopped.
Yeah,
that movie didn't flop to me.
That was horrible. What are you talking about?
I didn't like the storyline entirely. It didn't flop. Nah, it was flop. I was all right with it. I was okay.
You pull up the box office for what's the name? You pull up the budget that was used.
Yeah, that
pull
hurt.
Up the box office.
Yeah,
I'll pull it.
That hurt. And the fact that he had to make himself look strong in these movies is really the contract is what's really killing him in these movies.
He was pushing it too hard. Where you see him and he was like, and the Black Adam, and you're like, all right, enough.
I gotta be this guy. Every movie he has to be this guy. It's in his contract.
Yeah, he's gotta be the ultimate alpha male.
Yeah, and it's like, bro, I like the movie. There's certain parts. Don't get me wrong. I like the movie,
certain parts.
But overall, it's like,
I like the ending.
Rotten Tomatoes. So on IMDb, they give it 6.2 out of 10. Mm-hmm. Rotten Tomatoes gives it 38%. 38%. That's bad.
That's bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Metacritic, 41 out of 100.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a prequel to what should happen with Justice League of America, which I was like, well, Justice League Society. I'm like, no, Justice Society of America, excuse me. I was like, and Hawkman being human, no. Stop. He's an alien. The other two, boy that played Dr. Fate, Pierce Brosnan did pretty good. I saw what they were trying to create, but they changed the whole storyline up to me. They changed the whole storyline up, and I had a problem with that.
So basically, it said Black Adam grossed 168.2 million in the States and Canada, and then 225.1 million in other territories for a worldwide total of 393.3 million.
So how much did it make? How much did it cost to make the money exactly? Could you get a double the budget? You got at least break even.
There's a lot of special effects.
Just a lot of VFX.
But in any story at all, you have to make me give a crap about the characters. And Black Adam, I really didn't give a crap about him. Like, oh, you're just a bad dude, and that's it. That's the extent of you. You're a bad dude.
Well, the original storyline had nothing to do with the movie. Had nothing to do with the original storyline. That was my problem. They recreated him, and I was like, y'all did this wrong.
Screen Rant says, Brian. Screen Rant says between 190 and 260.
Yeah.
Wow, Warner Brothers contradicted the claim, stating that the initial break-even cost was $450 million.
That's what I'm waiting on. Yeah, the break-even cost.
To break even. So if they made three, whatever, they didn't even break even.
Yeah.
Yes, like in the U.S. and Canada, Black Adam was released alongside with Ticket to Paradise, Banshees of Inisherin. It was projected to earn 58 to 68 million from 4,402 theaters in opening weekend. The film made 26.7 million on its first day, including 7 million from Thursday night previews. The best opening day of Shazam was 20.4 million. Then it grossed to 67 million during the opening weekend, and the highest of Johnson's leading career was also ranking at the first box office.
Did the Flash do it bad too? The Flash?
Yeah.
Flash opened up bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bad.
Flash did bad. Yep.
Basically, with the Flash movie, they just they just had a different spin on the multiverse, like how Spider-Man was. So they were like, they're going, oh, we're doing this now.
Different spin. Ezra Miller's a psycho. There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they're like saying with all the stuff that Ezra Miller has done, he's still hired.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It was a mess.
He's still employed with DC, even though you have video evidence and it was already made public. But yeah, he
did. And he still got the movie. Chris Pine got in trouble too. He still gave him his movie.
Yep.
But you're gonna fire Jonathan Majors and you don't want to bring him back. Y'all see a pattern yet?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I think with the Flash, since it was a standalone, they were too far in on reshoots, VFX, salaries that they just said, just push it out there.
They put heavy work
too much money.
They put heavy work in that movie, though. Seriously, they put heavy work in that movie.
We'll see. We'll see what happens if they do another Flash movie. What happens?
Probably in like 10 years.
What about that? Oh shoot, the remake. What's the guy's name? They redid the Justice League, whatever. Like they redid it. A guy redid it. It was longer version.
Yes, Snyder.
Yes. I enjoyed that.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, because he had to cut it short and give it over to the other guy. And that's what we got in the theater.
Snyderverse, Justice League.
Brian.
Snyderverse, the 4-hour one.
The reason why he gave it over to
his wife was ill.
His daughter committed suicide.
Oh, I didn't know about that. Oh wow.
Yeah.
His daughter committed suicide.
I thought it was because his wife was sick.
So he had to dip.
Sad.
So and like the movie was like 3/4 of the way, or almost 3/4 of the way completed.
Yeah.
But his daughter passed.
Sad.
So I like the 4-hour version. Really, really his vision of it
Outstanding job.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a 4-hour movie and you like it, you know it's got to be good. 4 hours.
They did it like Rick. It was in chapters.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
you're like,
that was the thing. That was crazy.
yeah, they did it like in chapters, and you're just like, oh, okay, I could stop it right here. I can go to the store, and go do whatever I need to do, and
come back, catch it. Yeah.
And the ending, like people are talking about end credits. It was like 5 end credits.
I saw the main
You're
one.
just like, you're sitting there, you're like, what is happening?
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you see these dudes just disappear. You're like, yo, what in the world? Where's the rest of the crew? Like,
yeah, and then also too, like the dismissal of Henry Cavill now, because like James Gunn is like, I'm doing a whole major overhaul.
He got rid of all of them.
Bad move.
Yeah, because even Gal Gadot, like she was all like, yeah, you know, like they told me like, yeah, we're gonna do a Wonder Woman 3, and then next you know, like then everybody's like, we don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah.
She made
Henry is it Cavill or Cavill? How do you say his last name?
Cavill.
There. I heard a lot of people talking about he could possibly be Captain Britain in the MCU.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Him going over, yeah.
That'd be cool.
He's British already, so
yep.
Yeah, he would be good.
Yeah, from the small island of Jersey.
Right,
yeah,
so
it's on the.
It's on. I gotta go to bed.
Oh, it's midnight. All right, let's shut this baby down. I guess we'll go round robin. Rick, want to thank you for coming through, joining us. You're always welcome. You're always holding it down on All About the Joy, providing balance over there.
We try.
You know. Let us know also the other live broadcast that you do, and are we past the? I mean, it's kind of like your Cal Ripken. Like, have we done more than 3,200 or 3,100 straight broadcasts?
Christmas was 3,000, right on Christmas.
Woo!
Yep, over 8 years.
Wow,
never missed a day.
Let us know where we can find you, where we can find the broadcast. And
you can find me on. I'm trying to be Tony. So just go to rickcosta.com. You'll find everything there.
Got it. I got it. Nice. Very nice.
Oh, snap. Caught me off guard. I thought you were going to do it.
I say that with love, Tony. I say that with love.
Yo.
I'm going to get you. Don't worry. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you.
Oh, my goodness. Oh. Brian, where can we find you?
Snapchat, Thailander F150, and on Discord at Thailander713.
Mr. B?
Catch me. New Year's same B at Mr. B 1986 on X. There's an app called OK Live. You can find me there, Mr. B. I pop up on these folks wherever they're streaming or whatnot, podding, whatnot. I'll pop up there. I do a show on Wednesdays. I pod on Wednesdays called The B-Sides of the Fight Game. You can catch it on YouTube, Twitch, and OK Live as well. That's all.
And eventually on All About the Joy, if Carmen has her way.
Yes, that too.
Listen, unless it goes through his road manager.
Wow.
Nothing is getting. I gotta put it. Shut this thing down. You know. I mean, come on. Now, all joking aside, Tony, where can we find you, sir?
Linktree, Tony D. Down Original. I'm all over the place, man. Y'all catch me. I gotta go to bed. This joking too much for y'all doing too much. I'm gonna be like Rick. You can find me all over the place.
Oh my god.
Yo.
All right. I want to thank everyone who was in the comment.
Where we can find you, Ted?
Huh?
Where can we find you?
Oh, right here. Or you go to latenightparents.com. And we want to thank everyone who was in the comments tonight from our friends at All About the Joy, Sunday Night Smoke. Nancy in Wisconsin. Of course, Sweet Pea Leslie came through here. Random Rick. I think that's about it.
Carmen and Cynthia
also came through. Melanie came through.
Sadie came through.
Sadie came through. I want to thank everyone who came through to enjoy this. We'll be back, God willing, next week. But we will be available this weekend to do Belt Kings because we're going to have a super wild card weekend.
Yes.
We're going to close this out right now, and you'll hear from us soon.
Excelsior, as Stanley would say.